A lot of people that claim to follow Christ, I said claim, because I'm not sure whether they're really in Christ or not. I mean, whether they're really born again or not. They're so stuck into this going to heaven mentality. Their understanding, which is transferred onto them by Babylon churches, is you're born now, you were born in sin, which is a fact. You had to become born again to be saved, that's true. So now you need to hold on to going to church every Sunday or on every Sabbath. Avoid the world because that may contaminate you. And just find a way to deal with daily life, deal with the pressure, deal with abuse. Hold on, hang on in there till the day your body expires, and at the resurrection you will go into the heavens. What's wrong with this teaching? Where's the overcoming by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of his testimony, and by not loving our lives unto death? Where's that? Where's the life and abundance Christ spoke of? Where is the manifestation of Psalms 23? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Where's the anointing that runs over? Where's all of that? Where's the promise in Psalms 103 that all sickness will be, all our sicknesses are healed, so all our body defects are healed? Where's all of that? It's all missing. So is that faith at all? No. It's just escapism. Fearful escapism. Covered by Bible verses. And then you wonder why so many people that claim to follow Christ have sickness, they have troubling mental issues, some people have suicidal issues. Some men are stuck at oppressive jobs. Their health is deteriorating. They're aging very quickly. And some have no influence whatsoever, and they're thrown around by influences around them. Yet they have to hang on. Hang on to what? Going to a building every weekend like a junkie to be relieved mentally? I may sound a bit harsh now, but come on. If you claim the name of Christ, operate in his power. To claim the name of Christ means that you also will have to put up with the violence of Christ's enemies, both demonic spirits as human beings who are hard-headed against Christ. So why would you claim someone's name and by that provoke violence against you, but you don't have the benefits of provoking that name? And this is the thing, many of those religious brainwashed folks, they want all the burdens but not the benefits. I mean, come on. If you, for example, you work for a company, you go there every morning to go to your job. That's the burden. And end of the month, you get your wage. And you also have, I would say, you also have days out, in which you have parties together with your colleagues and all of that. You want the benefits also for working there. You don't just want to work, and you're not being paid, and then you just perish, right? But then you have folks that said, we need to keep the Old Testament, all those laws and regulations. We need to do this and that. But in the Old Testament, it talks about financial prosperity, material prosperity. Then say, no, that's of the devil. So you tell me you want to hold on to the Old Testament, but the material prosperity is promised in the Old Testament, you deny? Say that's of the devil? What? But when you tell them you're in Christ and all the blessings of the Old Testament are in Christ, so when you're in Christ you have access to all those blessings, including financial prosperity, that they will tell you that's easy believism. So really they are too proud to operate in the grace of God. They're too proud to just walk by faith. They're proud, that's it. Come on, who wants to take all the burdens but not the benefits? That's the thing. Christ said, my yoke is easy and burden is light. It comes to this. But Christ requires of you to walk by faith. When you measure this with the benefits, walk by faith, the benefits exceed what's expected of you. That's why I said my burden is light and my yoke is easy. But a lot of folks prefer the hard yoke of the Old Testament, which was um, constructed based on the rebellion of the Israelite people because they didn't want to be led by the Lord directly. To rather put up with all those yokes and all those fearful expectations, which many of them aren't even found in the Old Testament, have to live a harsh life, perish quickly, just to prove themselves. They rather have that than to freely walk in the power of Christ and to overcome tribulation. So they claim a form of godliness, but they resist and fight against the power of godliness. Godliness simply means agreeing with Christ. Think about that. Well, my break is almost over. Just realize that you cannot have someone that claims the name of Christ and they claim to walk by faith and at the same time sickness is the norm with them. Poverty is the norm with them. I'm saying oppression is the norm with them. That doesn't add up. Well, that's it for now. I agree with Christ and be at peace.